Psalm 91 describes a divine shield so complete, so impregnable, that no weapon, seen or unseen, can ever truly pierce it. It is not just a poem or a comforting verse, but a profound declaration of protection, a blueprint for spiritual security that has sustained countless souls through the darkest valleys of human experience. This isn't about magical incantations, it's about an ancient, tested truth, an unbreakable covenant for those who choose to live within its terms. The heart of this extraordinary protection begins with a profound choice. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This isn't a physical address, a hidden cave, or a secret room. It's a state of being, a continuous, intimate relationship with the divine. To dwell means to live there, to make it your constant residence, not just a fleeting visit in times of crisis. Think of it like taking up permanent residence in the very presence of God Himself. What does it look like to truly live there, moment by moment? Then comes the personal declaration, an act of faith that activates this shield. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. It's not enough to simply know about this secret place. You must vocalize your trust, plant your flag in His strength. This isn't a passive hope. It's an active, personal commitment, a verbal affirmation that shifts your entire perspective from fear to faith. Imagine standing before an approaching storm, and instead of bracing for impact, you declare, with unwavering certainty, that the very ground beneath your feet is an unyielding stronghold. That's the power of this declaration. From this place of declared trust, the promises cascade. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, and from the perilous pestilence. The fowler's snare is a trap, subtle and cunning, designed to capture unaware. It represents the hidden dangers, the deceptive plots, the unforeseen circumstances that could derail your life. It could be financial ruin, relational sabotage, or even the insidious traps of addiction and despair. And the pestilence. That's the widespread, virulent illness, the sudden epidemic, the general calamity that sweeps through populations. Picture a world gripped by an invisible threat, and yet, there's a promise of singular deliverance for those who abide. Have you ever felt caught in a snare you couldn't see, or threatened by a plague you couldn't control? The imagery intensifies. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. This is the tender, yet fierce, protection of a parent bird sheltering its young from a predator or a storm. It speaks of warmth, closeness, and an impenetrable barrier against harm. But it's not just about physical covering. His truth, the very essence of His character and promises, becomes your armor. A shield guards against direct attacks. A buckler deflects blows from multiple directions. This dual protection suggests a comprehensive defense against both frontal assaults and subtle, flanking maneuvers. It's a holistic security, body, mind, and spirit. This divine protection is so complete that it dispels all fear. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. Notice the spectrum: night and day, darkness and noon. No hour, no light condition, no type of threat is outside the scope of this shield. The terror by night might be nightmares, anxiety, unseen spiritual attacks, or the vulnerability of sleep. The arrow by day could be sudden accusations, public shame, or unexpected disasters. This psalm confronts our deepest, most primal fears head on, promising a courage born not of bravado, but of absolute trust. What fears stalk you in the quiet of the night, or threaten your peace in the glare of day? Perhaps the most startling claim comes next. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. This isn't a promise of a life free from conflict or hardship. It acknowledges the brutal realities of a fallen world, where tragedy and suffering are widespread. But for the one dwelling under this shield, there's a distinct separation, an invisible barrier. Imagine a battlefield where chaos reigns, and people are falling all around, yet you remain untouched, not by luck, but by divine decree. This is a profound statement of divine discernment and precise protection, a promise that feels almost unbelievable in its scope. But how can this be? The psalm clarifies, "Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked." This isn't a gloating observation, it's a confirmation that justice, in its own time and way, will prevail. You witness the consequences of choices made outside of this protective covenant, not as a participant in their fate, but as an observer from a place of safety. This reinforces the idea that your exemption isn't random, it's a direct result of your chosen dwelling place. The foundational reason for this extraordinary protection is reiterated. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. Here, the psalm makes the connection explicitly clear. Your active decision to make God your refuge, your permanent home, is the critical hinge. This isn't a casual acquaintance. It's deep intimacy, a total surrender of trust. No evil shall befall you is a comprehensive promise against harm, and no plague come near your dwelling extends this protection to your household, your immediate environment, the very space you inhabit. It touches everything that matters to you. Then comes the incredible promise of supernatural assistance. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a declaration of active, invisible guardianship. Angels, spiritual beings of immense power, are deployed specifically for your protection. They literally lift you over obstacles, prevent stumbles, and navigate perils you might not even perceive. This is a staggering revelation. You are never truly alone, never without celestial support, if you are within this covenant of protection. Have you ever narrowly avoided an accident or felt an unexplainable urge that kept you from danger? Perhaps it was this angelic charge. The psalm continues to illustrate the triumph over adversity. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. These are not just wild animals. In ancient symbolism, they represent powerful, dangerous adversaries, rulers, enemies, spiritual forces of darkness. To tread upon them, to trample them underfoot, signifies complete dominion and victory. It speaks of an authority granted to you, enabling you to overcome even the most formidable threats that rise against you, whether they are physical dangers or spiritual attacks, seeking to sow fear and destruction. Now, we reach the divine voice, God himself speaking, confirming all that has been declared. This is where the covenant is sealed, where the Most High puts his personal stamp on the promises. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him, I will set him on high, because he has known my name. The key here is, set his love upon me. It's not just a casual affection, but a deep, intentional, and resolute love. This is the ultimate condition for the ultimate protection. And knowing his name means understanding his character, his power, his faithfulness. It's not just intellectual knowledge, it's experiential. Because of this intimate love and knowledge, God promises personal deliverance and elevation. He lifts you above the fray. The Lord's promises continue. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. This isn't a one-way protection, it's an interactive relationship. When you cry out, he answers. He doesn't remove you from trouble altogether, but promises his unwavering presence in the trouble. This is crucial. It's not about avoiding all hardships, but having an invincible companion through them. And beyond deliverance, there's honor, a recognition of your faithfulness and trust. Think of someone in deep distress, feeling utterly alone, then finding a sudden, unexpected strength or solution. Finally, the pinnacle of the promise. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Long life here isn't just about calendar years. It's about a fulfilling, purposeful life, a life lived to its fullest potential, deeply satisfied. and salvation. This isn't just about eternal life, but a holistic rescue, a complete preservation from all that seeks to diminish or destroy you, revealing the saving power of God in every aspect of your existence. It is the ultimate display of His unwavering faithfulness to those who make Him their dwelling place. This psalm is far more than ancient poetry. It's a living, breathing promise for our often chaotic and uncertain world. It doesn't offer a magic charm, but a profound blueprint for finding an unshakable security, a peace that surpasses understanding, by choosing to live in constant, loving intimacy with the divine. It challenges us to reconsider where we truly seek our refuge and fortress, and to declare, with unwavering faith, that our God is indeed the shield no weapon can pierce. The choice, ultimately, rests with us to simply know about this shield, or to step into its embrace and make it our own.